Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Joel.
That is Buster. That's Rocky.
And this is a stable life. As you guys can see, we are starting things off as a nice wet day. We got another batch of rain. The good news, though, is that this is the last batch of rain for a while. At least a week. They're actually saying we're gonna have a whole week of just sun. So you guys know what that means? It's time to do our final push for hay. However, that is not for today. So make sure that you're subscribed, keep up to date on all future videos, and when you can see those hay videos coming out, because I'm sure that's gonna be a doozy of a day when that day arrives. As for today, we're getting things started right away with letting in the horses. Morning, Roni. Morning, William.
Morning, Champ. Morning, Rebel. Morning, Jack. Morning, Rebel. Morning, George. Also gotten a few questions about George's cribbing collar. I mentioned when we first talked about that cribbing collar, oh, jeepers, I'm thinking it's almost a year ago now. So I understand we've gotten a few new viewers since then. But this is a behavioral issue, one that he is very much addicted to. So the chances of us taking that collar off and him not cribbing is very low. The collar prevents him from cribbing. It does not stop the behavior of cribbing. That is something that is far more intensive. For the foreseeable future, George will have the cribbing collar on. It is paramount to his health that he does not suck in air. That cribbing collar stops that from happening. Let's close some doors and get things set up for the next group, shall we? I hope you guys are excited to be here. I'm excited to have you.
It is a beautiful Friday morning. We're gonna see what we're able to get accomplished on this wet day.
Hey, Fire, Declan, Suede, Obi, Danny, Duke,
Poncho, Skywalker.
Let's see, guys. Do you know the horses as I'm pointing at them? We'll start off with this one. Gavin. Casino. There's the troublemakers. Which one's which? That's Weather. That's Tucker. And then, of course, Samson. The easiest one to guess. Argento. Good. Yeah, you got it. And Poe. That one's a little tricky. He looks pretty close to Danny, but we already had Danny come in. Archer looks just like Poncho, except if you look at the front legs, he's got one white sock instead of two, which means that is Sriracha.
Or Sriracha. I just think it's funny that it's spelled Sriracha, but it's Sriracha. Interesting. All of them are in the barn. We're starting things off right. We're about to go head out and check the round bell feeders, but before we do, if anyone needs rain, I found it. It's all coming to Pennsylvania. Oh my word. Let's head out and check and see how our feeders look.
This hill's looking great though.
That puts us at what, almost 10 inches of rain? And that hill's fine. Oh, that's, whoa. We got some empty feeders, guys.
Oh yeah. Wow, they finished that off quick.
Yeah, Meadowfield definitely needs some hay. And you'll notice
all the manure that was put down here is moved. It's all right here now.
I scooped it all up and put it right here so that I can grab it and put it down on the compost pile. Being that we have two separate pastures, the second I open this gate, all the horses in this pasture, they try to see if they can get in this pasture because it's an area that they're not supposed to be in, you know? Kids always want to be where they're not supposed to.
As for the big field, I'd still see hay in that feeder. They look good.
Looks like we only need to put out one round bale for today. So I guess let's get on the tractor. Now you guys will remember 2 videos ago I was talking about how we got some crazy winds and they knocked over a lot of trees. Well, there's even more damage in more areas.
If you take a look at these trees, you can see all the tops have been ripped off of these trees here. And then this beautiful tree right here, you can see the top that got completely ripped right out of it. And sadly, it got knocked right over.
None of this is our property, this is all our neighbors, but it went right from our neighbor's property through ours. And it was pretty crazy. Now all of that leads me to why I'm actually over in our area where our first cutting hay was baled, which is the hay we're saving for the winter.
Well, one of those trees got knocked over right onto all of our round bales. it actually ended up ripping and damaging 3 of the round bales.
So that means that I'm gonna be taking these 3 and feeding them as the horses need them, of course, so that they're not spoiled when we need them in January or February.
You can see that ripped the tree right over and it knocked it on that one, and that one. I have checked the others, they are okay, but those are the 3 we are gonna need to grab.
Which is a shame, because you always wanna save your first cutting hay for your later seasons, but
Better to use it now than not be able to use it come 3 months later.
not to mention we still got third cutting to come. And not for nothing, but our third cutting's actually looking amazing. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm excited to see how it'll turn out. Say we get this round bale unwrapped and in the horse pasture.
Look who we have coming to visit. What's up, Callie?
Who's this guy?
How we doing today? Nice.
Say hi. We're going for a little ride. We gotta check on the animals.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, that job is done. Now I know the horses are eager to get out there and eat that fresh first cutting hay, and you can always tell it's that first cutting hay because of just how dry it is. You see that bale fall apart right once I started dumping it in the feeder? It's hard to forget that we were in a drought this spring. You guys remember that? I know I do. This year has been a year of anything but balance, that's for certain. Well, we have an empty horse stable and happy horses. With the weather being the way that it is, of course we are doing our hoof care like crazy, which does take quite a lot of time. I usually end up finishing morning feeding with about 20 minutes, sometimes actually into our midday break. But all the horses are out there eating hay and enjoying it. Overcast day, giving way to sun. I saw the tractor was hooked up to the disc vine on the Veggie Boys side of things. So I don't know, they may have started mowing hay. We have no rain forecast from now on. So they may have gotten started mowing hay. We'll go find out. Let's go up and see what's going on and find out if the Veggie Boys need any assistance. Today is Friday, which is the day I usually work on the farm. However, since my mom got her operation, I have been working at the horse stable, and my middays are generally free. For the last couple Fridays they haven't been because I've been needing to do work, and the stable always needs more work to do, but as does the farm. I try to balance things between the horse stable and the Veggie Boys as best we can. We're all a family, and we're all trying to accomplish the same goal, which is to take care of our property in the best way possible. Hey guys, welcome to the horse stable with the lights off. You can see it actually gets pretty dark in here when the lights are off. We've got some areas of natural light. Light the area up pretty nicely, but the more we get closer to winter, the more things get buttoned up. The less natural light, the more need those big nice lights that we have on our stable. As for what we're doing this afternoon, pretty much there's only one job that needs to get done on the farm. It's mowing hay, and that is being fulfilled. Being that the hay's just getting mowed, it doesn't need to get tedded. We actually have a nice window here, so we're not too much in a rush. So that means that I can focus on the horse stable, and well, there's so many projects that I could work on, but the one we're gonna focus on today involves the tractor. We're gonna get that pile of manure moved and taken care of. It is blocking the access points between the big field and middle field, and that will be in the way come manure day, which would be the next opportunity that I would have to work on it. So get that done and taken care of, and honestly, that pile's so big, it's probably gonna take us right up to feeding. So let's switch our attachments and start moving some manure.
They're eating that round bale up good.
Okay, so here's our big pile of manure. Gonna try to get all this taken care of today. So I'm gonna need to actually kind of make a path through, and then we'll scoop and put over there for storage. Here's how things look right now. And here's how things look right over here. We'll see how much manure gets added here. I have a feeling quite a lot. What's new, right? Oh yeah. Okay, our pile is now gone. Our last bucket load is here. And honestly, the manure pile doesn't really look that different. All right, so we're off on our first set of hay fields. Now, what's unique about this is actually two different types of hay. What we got here is grass hay, and what we got over here is alfalfa. You can actually notice the difference here with our leaves. Oh yeah. Now the alfalfa, we do not actually feed to our horses as it is too protein rich. With our horses, we have a bunch of horses that are boarded. A lot of them are in their 20s. So we have to be very careful with the type of hay that we feed. So that is for cows and cows only in our situation. I do know that there are horses that are fed alfalfa, but those horses usually are jumpers, racers. They are worked hard every single day, so they need that. But not our horses. Our horses do not need that. Now this our horses could eat, but none of this is actually going to horses. This entire section, this field and this field is all for cattle. Simple reason being, as you guys know, we've had a very rough hay year this year. What only saved us was actually acquiring more hay ground. So not everybody is in that position. Thankfully we are. So taking a look at things right now with our current stockpile, we can average things out to feeding our horses about 17 pound bales per month, which is good, but in the winter we're going to be feeding probably around 30, maybe even more per month. So we do need a little bit more, but thankfully not a lot. And the cows are in the same situation. So this is all going to be cow hay. There's actually more here than I thought there'd be. And this is one of the fields that really just, you know, I mean, it's a third cutting. What do you expect out of it? But I think there's a couple fields that's really going to surprise us. Let's go take a look and see how the horse hay looks. Just wanted to show you guys that the soybeans are changing color. They're going from green to yellow. Oh, fall's coming and coming quickly. Didn't say coming, it's here. Fall's here. Oh my word. Did I catch you right in the middle of a breakdown?
Yep.
What happened? Oh, geez. What'd the slip clutch go?
Strip these bolts out.
Oh.
That's not hot.
And that's what grabs onto that. Oh, that's an easy fix. Well, have fun.
Yeah.
Always on the last bit of the season that you have all your problems. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on what happens with that, guys. But taking a look in here, we actually look like we got quite a bit. If you take this and break it all together,
Now this is the thinner spots of the field, but look at that. Look at that. Ah, I'll take it. Oh, he's like so close to being done too. And he's got so much more ground to mow, and I caught up to him already. But anyway, this is how things are looking. It's actually time for me to go back and feed. What a coinky-dink there. Make sure you're subscribed, guys. Gotta hit that subscribe button. Keeps you up to date on what's going on and notified as to what's going on. I appreciate that. Everyone appreciates that. It's good for everybody involved. That being said, let's head on back, get started feeding horses. Leave that right there. And just like that, we've got horses making their way into the barn. Now you guys know we need to get in there and prevent Duke from going into the wrong stall. All right, there they all come. There's Rebel running up. Well guys, all the horses are turned out. I hope that you enjoyed this video, because this is where we're drawing an end to the video for today. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Also, don't forget to comment down below, what is your favorite autumn activity? It seems that we are definitely in the full swing of the fall season, and I know there's a lot of fall lovers out there. So let us know down in the comments below.